Okay, we are back with another episode of From, in my opinion, the second best show on television, right behind Penguin. I think it's up there with the greats. I fucking love this show. In this episode, we get some answers, but not
No,
really.
we don't.
They give us a little carrot. They give us like a little carrot, like a little dollar bill with a fishing pole on it, like that damn Geico commercial. Give us just a little bit, because we learned a little bit about Julie. We learned a little bit about Fatima. She finally tells someone that she's eating all this crazy shit. They give us a little bit, but they also gave us way more mysteries than anything else. I'm like, it's the most frustrating thing about this show, but it's also another reason why I like this show so much.
I don't know. I'm just hoping this was kind of the calm before the storm, because this show, this episode, it was kind of reined in. It was just more of a informational episode. There wasn't really much anything going on.
Yeah, we didn't see no creatures this episode.
Yeah.
It's I think the first
So
time.
I'm hoping the next episode it'll pick up speed, but it was all
I liked
right.
it. It was a pretty good
It
episode.
wasn't like the latter part of the second season where it was just stupid, but
Well, they end up bringing Randall back in the house, which I thought we were going to see them go out there and grab him and fight off some of the creatures. I thought maybe a couple of people were going to die trying to get Randall inside the house, but none of that happened. But I think you were right, because last episode you said the whole reason for doing that to Randall is to create turmoil between Boyd and everyone else. And I do think that's what they're trying to do.
yeah, because as soon as Randall came in, he's saying this.
You fucking left me out there, man. You fucking left me out there. You fucking left me.
Yeah, this is your
It's-
fault. Yeah,
yeah,
what are you
it's
doing?
just-
Everyone's kind of looking at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's trying to sow the seeds of discontent, trying to have some chaos, which there damn sure was in that town
Yeah.
hall meeting.
Yeah, I was right about the town hall meeting. Didn't I say that? I said he should have a town hall meeting, but they did it all wrong. They said no one got any information at all in this damn town
yeah,
hall
they
meeting.
needed to have that, but they needed to have it 2 seasons ago.
So,
But
like, whenever-
one thing that I thought was odd, because especially, well, I can see how they wrote it this way for this episode, but because there was so much focus on Randall at the end of the last episode, you hardly fucking see him in this episode.
Yeah, you don't see him very much, but when you do see him, he's like screaming and he's like, I don't know, there's something going on with him. Like there's something going on. They
Yeah.
did something to him, and you notice this episode never got dark. It did not get dark. Did you notice that?
This is all within one day.
Yes. So whenever dark comes, I'm telling you, they did something to him. I don't know what they did, but they did
You
something.
think?
I do think so.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
do
like
think so.
they're gonna just. He's of course they ripped his fucking cheek off.
Yeah,
well, not
I know.
off, but
Well, you see,
but yeah, imagine that's gonna be pretty goddamn painful, and they're limited on what they got. It's not like
Yeah.
they can just use old girl's friggin' morphine.
yeah, they're pretty limited on what they got. Yeah, I mean, you're right, but I don't know. I feel like it's more than just that, because since we learned a little bit about what Julie is going through with all her screaming and all the voices she's hearing in her head, I'm sure that the other guys are getting something similar. Marielle.
Well, no,
and-
it's not currently happening. That's just the memory of what happened when they were chained up.
No. She said the only thing that helps with all this screaming. She says that Julie says this.
You wanna know the fucked up part? I would take the creepy kimono woman in a heartbeat over the shit I hear in my head now.
She says that all she hears is screaming in her head, and it's almost like she can feel it. And the only thing that helps is the weed, is the marijuana. It's the only thing that helps. The only thing that
She's
quiets
talking
it
about
down.
the memory of it.
You think so? I thought she was actually talking. I thought she
Yeah.
was actually talking about she still hears them.
No, I don't think she's still hearing it. I have to go back and watch it again, but I'm pretty sure because she was just talking about what happened, and that's the only thing she remembers from it, and it's just that those memories on loop in her head, and that's the only thing that can stop it.
Well, she's talking to Elgin, and she's like, I would much rather have this weird ghost chick in a kimono following me than hearing all the screams in my head. But yeah, maybe she was talking about that's what
It's
she was.
PTSD from it,
Yeah,
man.
PTSD from it. So yeah, maybe I took it the other way, but maybe you're right.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it, but
Victor's father, Henry, finally comes inside. Like we finally get a little bit, but guess what? Victor's nowhere around. So everyone
yeah.
figures
Before
out, hey,
before we go there, let's back up to Julie and Elgin. Have you
okay,
noticed his shirt? I swear to God, it looks like there's a crow on it.
huh? I'll have to go back and look. Maybe. While we're on the
Anyway,
subject of Elgin and Julie, it appears like she likes Elgin. I'm not for sure. Her chemistry together, I don't think is that good. I think they're trying to play it that way, but they end up trying all the
80s
what?
stuff on. And it's funny as hell because the jacket that she puts on, I swear to God, I I, I remember that from the 80s. I remember somebody in school having one very similar to that.
Trying to earn money for college.
Your mom goes to college.
Yeah, she looked just like the chick from Napoleon Dynamite. She
Yeah,
really did.
She did look
She
remarkably
did.
similar.
Yeah, and whenever they're taking pictures with that Polaroid, the whole time I'm thinking that they're gonna take a picture of the ghost chick that's haunting Elgin, but we don't get to see it. But I do think we're gonna see something. I do think that camera, that Polaroid, is gonna pick up something.
You think that's significant that we didn't see Julie's picture? Because we saw Elgin's, and it was a
Oh, you're right.
normal picture, but we didn't see hers.
Yeah, I bet you hers is really, really fucked up since she got all those cicadas on her and stuff. I bet you hers is like really messed up. You get to see like a bunch of, you see like hell or something.
The Polaroid, because we saw a Polaroid of Christopher. Is that his camera?
I bet it was Christopher's because Victor had it too, didn't he, at one time? Well, I was surprised that Victor finally met his dad in this episode. It starts off with his dad, Henry, not Hank.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was it you or Jacob that said they weren't going to meet up in this episode?
I'm going to say Jacob. He's not here. So I'm going to blame
Well,
it
I
on
thought it
Jacob.
was probably you. Anyways,
Well, too bad we have no way of
dumbasses.
finding out.
But yeah, they meet up. That was probably the biggest moment of the episode. Well, except for the very end. But
I kind of see why Victor's so scared to see him because, he last time he saw him, he was what, 9 years old? Just a little boy. Now he's a grown man who is a shell of a man, and he's just, and what he says to his dad when he's hugging him, he's
I didn't know how to get home. I didn't know how to get home.
pretty emotional. It's pretty sad. You really see him just kind of break down right there. But the
Yeah.
town is doing this, I think, to break Victor even more. Because if they kill him, to kill his dad, I think that's really gonna break him.
yeah, possibly. But why save him for so many years?
I don't know.
That's the
I don't
thing,
know.
because these things have been around the whole time he's there. He was there alone. You're telling
Yeah.
me he's that stealthy that he can hide from him for that many years? No, I think they're not after him.
What was that noise?
Hopefully, we find out why.
Well, what really grinds my gears is he told Tabitha, "This is the tree that will take you to the lighthouse. This tree right here. This tree will take you to the lighthouse." Was it a one time thing? And how did he know it would take her to the lighthouse? Did the boy in white tell him? I guess.
Well, yeah, because the way I took it, because the boy in white said this is the only way, and he pushed her, that he set the whole thing up.
No, but I'm like, how did Victor told her, brought Tabitha to that tree, he said, if you take this tree, it will take you to the lighthouse.
I
How did
know, that's
Victor
what I'm
know?
saying. Because the boy in white talks to him.
Yeah, but I thought he wasn't talking to him no more. It was mostly, I guess he still is talking to him a little bit now. Because in the first season, he says, he hasn't talked to him in like 30 years until Ethan gets there. He's like, oh, you seen the boy in white too? Well, tell him I said hi. Yes, there's a lot of questions they still haven't answered, how they know any of this. But at least Fatima is finally telling someone that she's eating all this crazy shit.
Well, yeah, but the way these people communicate, it'll stay between those two.
I know, it's not going to go any further. She's like, hey, I'm not going to talk to a doctor. Hey, my woman, she's pregnant, right? She's eating raw, like rotten vegetables. Oh, yeah, it's perfectly normal.
Speaking of that, there was an interview, Harold Perrineau that plays Boyd, and he gives a hint about Fatima's kid, and in his in his interview with Radio Times, he said, "This baby is bizarre. When my wife was pregnant with our second kid, she craved iced tea, so my second kid, he likes iced tea. If that's any indication of what's to come with Fatima."
So he said this baby is bizarre. So that's gonna be fucking
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So yes, this baby is gonna be. It is definitely gonna be something. So you think we're gonna get it this season then? Because if he's saying this baby's bizarre, maybe we get it this season.
Well, yeah, because he's already read the script, I guess. But hold on, that wasn't the finish of the quote. And it said, "She's not drinking iced tea, so yeah, this baby is striking to say the least." He let that out, so I don't know if he meant to, but yeah, pretty much this baby is bizarre, so you're probably right about the devil spawn. But and the baby, that makes me think, because this whole ecosystem is what I'll call it, seems to provide. Basically got her pregnant because in the real world she wasn't able to have kids, so it did this to her. So the food going bad and rotting, I take that as a way of the town or whatever this entity is that's controlling everything, of providing for that baby.
No, that's pretty damn smooth, son. I did not think of that.
Yeah, because it provides the food. Like they find it gives these people enough to sustain themselves. Even though there was the whole thing with the creatures letting the animals out, but then they ended up finding more food off of way. But it has a way of providing for these people because these fuckers are drinking tea and coffee left and right. Where the hell is that coming from?
Well, how much you watch Lost? Like, a parachute comes down with the supplies. You know what? What pisses me off? You said, but they went over there and grabbed that other food. We got nothing on those fucking totems. They just come back willy nilly. Christy hurt her foot. We get nothing else. We get nothing on the totems, nothing else at all. I'm like,
well, they said that there's still more out there, and they're going to have to send another group out to get the rest of the stuff.
So maybe the second group is doomed, I guess. I guess I will tell them, the next group, FYI, guys, we destroyed one of these weird pinhead totem-looking things. FYI. We did that. It's a great show, though. But we do get the town hall meeting, which makes no sense to me. Yeah, because nothing came out of it. Everyone's just upset. And why is Jim so defensive over his wife? Hey, don't you talk to my wife that way? Don't you talk to my wife that way? I'm like, oh, shut up. He gets to be so annoying sometimes. He really does.
Yeah, his character has changed a lot over the 3 seasons.
Jade comes running inside the house whenever he finds out that Tabitha's back. He runs over to Tabitha. And he just runs out of the house, and then Jim's like, get out of here. Leave her alone. I'm like, oh, my God, dude. Shut up. Tabitha's like, no, it's okay, Jim. It's okay. And then freaking Ethan knows more about these faraway trees than anyone else. No one's asking Ethan about these faraway trees. I'm like, golly.
Well, nobody's asking Victor either, and he's been there longer than everybody.
I know.
These people do not communicate. It's infuriating.
I'm pretty sure all these people work at where I work at because the communication is not the best. Not the best.
Oh, no. These motherfuckers are all government workers, I tell you that. Work for the government, man. You're almost kind of government type, but no, work for true government, and then yeah, you'll learn about communication breakdown. Communication is non-fucking existent, just like this place. Oh,
It is non-existent. And speaking of non-existent, she doesn't even tell them. Tabitha doesn't even tell them at the town hall meeting that it's the boy in white. That the boy in white pushed her out of the damn lighthouse.
Well, she didn't say nothing about the lighthouse in the meeting.
I think she did. I think she did say something about a lighthouse because Boyd, or maybe not her, but Boyd said, "Guys, don't forget, there is the lighthouse." You know. And then they're like, well, fuck it, we're just going to go inside.
I didn't think she brought the lighthouse up until Jade came in.
I think Boyd's the one that brought up the lighthouse. Like when everyone's yelling and screaming. I don't think she brought it up. Boyd brought it up.
Well, maybe she said that the tree took her to the lighthouse, and that's how she got out. So that's why everybody's suddenly wanting to go find the fucking tree.
But that's not how she got out. The boy pushed her through the window.
Pushed her out.
Yeah, pushed her out. I'm like, come on, tell them. Hey, sorry, it has to be so perfect. You have to get in the right faraway tree. You have to have this little boy in white that only a few of us can see push you through the window, top of this freaking lighthouse, and then you have to hope that you survive. I guess I don't know. So I thought that whole scene was kind of pointless, but what it did to get everybody all riled up. And immediately, whenever Dell starts talking, while telling Boyd to go, screw off. I was like, well, I said immediately, he's gonna die this episode. He's gonna go in that faraway tree, and that fool is gonna die, guaranteed.
And we found out what Victor meant about you could end up in the middle of a mountain.
Yeah,
wind up in the middle of concrete of a pool.
That was pretty messed up. I thought Boyd was gonna shoot him, but he didn't have to. He died that quick,
Didn't that whole thing bother you?
What do you mean?
There's a pool there, but yet it's completely bone dry. Fucking snow all over the ground everywhere else. There's nothing in this fucking pool.
Maybe they're cleaning the pool out for whenever it rains. That way they can have a pool.
Well, do we know if it fucking rains?
Yeah, it does. Because I actually thought of that. I was like, does it ever rain here? If you go back and watch the first season... Yeah, it's raining in the first or second episode, and then whenever Boyd and them are Randall in the second season when he ties Donna to the tree, like that night, it's raining, and I'm trying to figure out if the creatures were getting wet because I couldn't tell if they were actually getting wet because it looked like they weren't getting wet. I couldn't really tell though, but it does rain there.
Yeah, because they just made such a big deal about the storm that came in, so. They got me thinking.
Yeah.
Have I seen it rain there? And then of course Victor making a huge deal about the snow, saying he's been there 30-something years and it's never snowed.
Yeah,
I was
the
like,
season's never changed.
But yeah, okay, so it rains. So there's going to be water collecting in that fucking pool.
Maybe there's just
damn
really
sure going to be snow in there, and Boyd in his fucking boots is going to fucking bite it as soon as he steps in that goddamn pool.
Well, maybe it's not like Oklahoma.
That's the one thing that bothered me. I was like, come on.
I didn't even notice it, to be honest, One more thing.
What's that?
So Victor's father says something that's been bugging me this whole time.
The motel?
Yeah, the motel. He's like, here's a sign here. It says motel and pool. Where the fuck's the motel? I've always wondered, like, where the hell's the motel at? Thought that was funny.
Yeah, there's a sign for a motel, a pool, but where's the motel?
Yeah, where's the motel? I don't know where it's at. Maybe it's somewhere in the woods somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, guys, put us your theories in the comments. Let us know what you think of some of your craziest theories of this show. Put in the comments. And we'll catch you next episode. Peace out.